Welcome back, you filthy Valorant casuals, to the third week of the Collegiate Valorant League hosted by the Gamers EDU, hosted by moi. I'm your part-time host slash full-time wannabe Sky main, Queen McRib. I'm super excited to be back with you guys. We got some super exciting matches planned out for you guys tonight, starting off with CSUN Black versus SAC State, and we want to know who you guys think is going to win this, who's going to get the thrifties, the aces, the headshots, and we all know whoever is loudest in chat is right. I mean, I don't make up the rules. You can take it up with Twitch. But I'm super excited to be casting the first match with the lovely casting duo of the OG Bent and Eli the Curry. What is up, guys?
What is up, dude? It's about to get real hot with this fleece on. I don't know why you decided to wear it tonight, but because it's we're gonna see some bloodbaths, and I'm gonna get hot just from screaming a lot. So who knows what's gonna happen?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing well. I'm glad to see y'all here on this Friday night. I hope everybody's week's going well. Looking to send you into the weekend with some very awesome Valorant action happening tonight on this channel, on another channel. I'm just excited. There's gonna be a lot of Valorant tonight, and it's gonna be really fun to watch.
I mean, as you say, we are gonna.
So I know. Oh no, go.
Okay, hang on. I'm trying to get this whole thing down, but as we are going into this weekend, as Eli said, we're going to be playing a lot of Valorant, either watching us, watch other people, but in that, cyberbullying is a real thing, and that's what we're here to talk about this week in mental health. So, we do have trolling and we do have cyberbullying. We want to make sure that you just, the steps to take. Do not respond to these messages that come towards your way, or just don't respond to the people who are doing this towards you. Make sure you keep the evidence, keep the dates, keep the times, and block any of that person who is trying to cyberbully you or troll you. And if you want more information, go to the website, gamersedu.org/main/health. Come join us. Hey, also, we're here on the Discord for you guys. I haven't been seeing too many people. Come join the Discord. We're here for you guys. Come on. Come in. Come play. Come talk.
That's true. Somebody cyberbullying you, block them. But if you ain't strong enough to block them, you feel like you don't got what it takes, that's fine. Just run to a gang, us, and we'll come bully them back, and we'll just make it even worse. We'll be on your side and be like, no, you stink. Your mama's a lint liquor, and nobody likes any of y'all in the chat because we're cooler than you.
I was just going to, I don't know. Okay, I was just going to say, just come to us, and then we just, put up a shield. We'll break them up. We'll break it up for you. We'll even if you got to do, the girlfriend breakup thing or the boy, whatever, we'll break up for you, for them. 1-800 breakup.
That is the old school cyberbullying when somebody else. I didn't know what it was like because you'd have to have a girlfriend back in those days to get broken up with. But I heard about it from other people.
That is true.
You'd have somebody come break up with somebody for somebody else. That's like the original cyberbullying right there. You just did it through the grapevine. McRib, you ever do that to somebody?
No, I have broken up with someone over text though, which is a form of cyberbullying, I feel.
Did you put the period at the end of the sentence, or did you give them the ... Was there just no punctuation whatsoever? Was it angry? Was it like an exclamation mark?
Punctuation. There was not an exclamation mark, but there was some punctuation. It wasn't just like lowercase, like nothing else.
ITS.
It wasn't an all cap.
But before we get into it, let's talk about last match really quick. San Jose is still undefeated. That's insane.
Hey, they are strong.
Yeah.
They're so strong. We saw the last match between CSUN Red and SJSU, and we just saw that they continually work as a team. They're cohesive, and they really seem to be in their element no matter who or what they're fighting,
Yeah. The Spartans are currently, it feels like, maybe head and shoulders above the rest of the league. I know we watched McRib and I last Wednesday is the day. We saw one of the most dominant sets we've seen in all of the league thus far. 13-2 thrashing, 12-0 at one point, and it just felt like that was the most we've ever seen one side look like they were taking it over another. But on a match-to-match basis, I still think San Jose State has probably been, the pinnacle. They're the one that everybody is following behind. But while we talk about them, I will say this Northridge side that we're about to watch coming up, this Northridge Black side, they've been very strong as well. And I think if there's credible threats to that SJSU side, which I think there are, I think it's not a lock for them at all. This Northridge side is definitely going to be one of the ones where, you know, they may have some trouble coming in trying to take it over them.
I think so too. I think for me personally, CSUN Black is the one team that I would say like seems to be their biggest opponent moving into these like next few weeks.
Absolutely. And Northridge going to go up against Sacramento State, looking to, I believe, get their first win of the season thus far. Sacramento State hasn't gotten off to a great start. Certainly they want to fix that up. They want to change that around. And there's no better time but today to get started, you know. They haven't had a great run of it thus far, but you never know. And stranger things have happened. I'd love to see them be able to start put things together, get some rounds going, because you know it all just starts. You know, a couple of rounds here, a couple of rounds there can actually decide some of these games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and as we're talking about games, you know, now we're going into San Diego Black versus Cal Poly Green. What are your thoughts on this match coming up? Anyone?
Well, we haven't seen the Cal Poly sides play too much on stream. At least we haven't casted too many of them. So they're a little bit of an unknown, honestly. They've been playing more off stream. So it'll be good for me to see them. The San Diego State sides, we have seen they've been a very aggressive team, both of their squads. So I'm gonna go into that. Just be interested to see what the Cal Poly sides are looking to offer, how they're willing to go. As we see, this match is not actually halfway over. We saw this happen on Wednesday as well. I don't know what makes it put it at like the beginning of the second half, but as you can see, we are going to be getting the gameplay underway pretty soon. We're just waiting for everything to get lined up and started so we can start out proper.
Are you gonna go San Diego or are you gonna go Cal Poly Green for this match?
In this matchup, well, this is Northridge versus Sacramento State, and I would definitely predict Northridge. But y'all know that's because it's almost impossible for me to not pick poise in a given in a given situation. Like I don't cap as much. I try not to. And if poise is on a team, I'm probably gonna say the team's gonna win. But I'm open to being wrong, and certainly it's not up to me. That's the best part. It's not up to one biased, potentially ignorant commentator.
If SAC were to take this, that would be pretty impressive, though, because CSUN Black is one of the most promising teams, literally in the league.
Yeah, and then I'll tell you what, the Sacramento State side, they're getting out to a great start. You see Rux getting killed there. They're already up a couple of members, and the spike is down. As you see Fiesto trying to make things work on that Killjoy, and does get one through the smoke to even up the sound. Poise takes a little bit of damage coming in. Crolios able to take Poise out, and there's the 3 there for Crolios, or just 2, but there you go. Pistol round going the way of Sacramento State.
And I know me and Funny did cast last night over Sac State, and they did not do too well last night. You know, they did fall apart. And so, you know, it's cool to see right now they seem to be playing more as a team, more cohesiveness, and that's what we were talking about last night. They need to start playing more as a team and not individual. So if they're starting to switch it up, you know, that's going to be good for them as well.
And we should mention that we are playing on Split tonight, so that'll be what you see in each of these best-of-1 matches played on Split. So it's going to be some long rotations here, and to see a lot of play around these the height differential on this stage is one of the biggest ones among all the maps that we've seen thus far. See Prodigy getting the kill there on Ben early on. Drone taken out quickly. And there's Prodigy again with a weapon advantage, taking 2. Fiesto able to get that done, but then Crolios with the trade out. So the advantage still looking in Sacramento State's favor here. As they move on into the site, and the plant is going down. So now, job on Northridge's side to get this retake done, get the defuse, finish out this round if they can. As we see right there, Trippy Eli taking out Rux, though trading it out. Every time this has happened this round, every time a Northridge member gets a kill, they're traded back out immediately by Sacramento State. speaks to what you were talking about, Bent. That's a degree of teamwork, the communication from Sacramento State. They're following up well with each other. One person takes a fight, somebody else is right there to finish. As we see, Alvin is going for this defuse. Caught out as Rux comes through the smoke with Prolios backing him up. And that is a quick 2-0 lead here for Sacramento State.
It's cool to see SAC starting to take this. You know, they could be switching around. They might be trying to get that win finally. They are looking pretty bad on the leaderboards. I want to see them get this win. You know, I want to see them start coming back. We do have these, you know, a couple weeks out. They can come back for sure. It's not too late. We're not at that last line yet.
Yeah, we're into week 3 now, so things have started to round out. Feels like the contenders are starting to emerge, but that also means that the development process is fully underway for some of these sides who may have been coming together closer to the beginning of the season, you know, as these schools were coming together. If you're Sacramento State, there's no reason to give up on the season or feel like there's nothing you can't do. And I gotta tell you what, this Northridge side is a very strong team to start putting things together on. As we see Trippy Eli now getting 2 done. Still on the pistol as well. That was a really well played initiation, even as Poise gets 1 and Fiesta the other. Still, once again, into the site with the plant down. Things going well here. Prodigy gets the kill there. The Vandal. Holding the near side on that window. Doesn't get the flick over as Alvinus moves over. Looking down from heaven. Gets another one on Eli, trying to hold the line, but it's so hard. We see that split happen all the time, the double peak. One high, one low. It's so hard to track both targets, especially if you don't have a one-shot weapon or you don't inflict those headshots.
So what would you guys say is the improvements that Sac State has made from kind of the last matches we've seen and their performance in those?
I think, you know, as I mentioned before, they seem to be starting to play a little bit more as a team and not worrying about their individual scores. That's very important. In a game like Valorant, this is not just a death match. This isn't, you know, something just going out for kills and just trying to get the highest KDA. This is a chess game, and you got to make sure your strategies are on point. And even though you lose somebody, let's just make sure we still, you know, stay strong.
Yeah, and we mentioned like that, the teamwork and whatnot. We're also seeing Trippy Eli doing really well here on these initiations. A lot of first bloods thus far in the first 3 rounds. Even in that last round, which they did not win, Trippy Eli still got things open for them. And that's really important, especially for the attacking side. You are moving into a disadvantage because obviously you don't get to set up as early as the defenders do. You're turning into them more often than not. So when the attacking side can be relying and getting the first, the first kill consistently, those are usually going to be good rounds for them. And so as long as they can continue to do that during this half, they have a great chance to turn the tide and finally get a win. Win their first match of the day, as we see.
And Poise able to get that first kill, and then gets traded. Trippy going off as well. Devon's turning it around, getting 2 right now.
Well played there from Devons. Get the wall bang, including finishing off.
30 seconds left.
See right here, continue to trade out, and it's 2v2 now. Oh, but unfortunate there.
Ben.
Killjoy.
I'm surprised. I don't know if we see it in chat yet. Is chat going to start saying unbench the Ben?
Apparently, actually, chat is saying, though, that Sac State has a few subs in. So let's keep that in mind moving forward. This isn't necessarily the same team we've seen play these matches in the past.
And, you know, if you haven't won, if you're 0-4 or what have you, maybe, you know, it is time to freshen things up, get some new blood in, some people who just see the game in a different way that can definitely galvanize the side. And even though it's 2-2 there, that was actually a bit of unfortunate for Sac State's Killjoy as they turn the corner. You see the flash coming in. This is a heavy press. Prodigy gets 1. Eli finishes up 2, or gets 1 as well.
Taken down, though.
Taken down by Boombot. That's kind of unfortunate.
Feels bad, man.
You should run.
Killjoy gone out as
see Prodigy just trying to wait for that corner turn. Wow, Devon's on a 3 route, not able to wait. Off and wow, that just comes out of nowhere. I don't think CSUN's gonna let it go. I think they're gonna start coming back, and they don't want to lose their lead in the scoreboard.
Yeah, that was a quick turnaround within the round there, as we saw Devin is getting just getting open there in the hallway, and then with the 2-piece there, that was a 2v1 taken in that hallway. There wasn't really much of an advantage on their side. Devin has just finished off and got the shots in. And that's part of the individual play that Sacramento State may have been looking for earlier. And it's the type of thing that you need. Every once in a while, you do need one player in particular to just have a moment, to just win a fight like that they're not expected to win. You can't rely on it from one person over and over again. But in one given round over the course of a set, you do need moments like that. And when they do happen for you consistently, those teams are usually the ones who will come out ahead.
I mean, they have turned it around from that 2-point lead they had. Now they're leading with 3-2. CSUN, I think they're going to try to keep this. They do look like they're having a good momentum, being able to set up like this.
Well,
Sadly, Al goes down from Mitchell.
It begins. So here the ult coming out. Here the Reyna ult. Reyna, an interesting pick for an agent. I feel like she's very, when you're attacking, Reyna can be like, all right, cool, this makes a lot of sense. We're gonna get in, we're gonna be bloodthirsty, we're gonna go for it. On the defending side, she's not as conducive, it feels like. But Sacramento State, they're looking comfortable playing around it, as we see Ben getting some work done. The spike is down, but already 2 members lost here.
I'm ready to see Ben put some work in as well.
We see Mitchell gets taken out here. Ben has to stop the defuse as Poise goes to work, finishing 3 off and securing another round for Northridge.
Switching up the defuse, letting sure everyone gets a little piece of the action.
Yep, they just gotta, you ever shared a churro with somebody? You see everybody just get a lick, pass it off, get a lick, pass it off. Don't bite it.
I usually don't lick a churro. I just straight up bite it, and I don't pass a lick around. We just all take a bite. I would feel like, but
look, man, sometimes you gotta spread it wide. All right, you gotta just get it. There's a group of people, everybody invest in. We get one, and just be patient. Look, it used to be hard days, man. All right, I can get as much as I want now, but back in the days, we used to have to spread them out. But as we get into round 6,
I don't know. Like, are you hearing what I'm hearing?
I am a mature adult, Ben. I don't know. I have no clue what you could be referring to at all. Not even the slightest bit.
I'm just saying Ben over here is going to do a great job. He's on one of my favorite characters' bench, and I think he's performing for sure.
Oh yeah. Speaking of performing, as we see once again, another kill here for Eli. And they're on the pistol. And then backing off here as Prodigy goes down to Alvinus, who's doing a great job once again. Alvinus just feels like has been one of the most consistent players for this Northridge side, especially over the past couple of weeks, especially doing a great job holding down these angles and stopping these advances, initiating for them when they are on the offensive side. As we see Alvinus' 3rd kill of the round. An incredible job on Jet. And this is without even a Blaze Storm. This is just pure gunplay on Alvinus' side.
When they already got the 2-point lead, are they going to be able to continue this momentum? They do have a strong momentum already. It seems like I don't think SAC's going to lose.
30 seconds.
Do you have any predictions yet, Eli, on this match?
Well, as we see Poise finish off Rux there, this round is certainly looking very strong now for Northridge. They thoroughly seized the momentum. The money is now finally starting to get back in for Sacramento State to buy in and try to push back here. But I don't know, because we haven't seen them perform exceptionally well in any of these weapons rounds. They got out to a quick start, won the pistol, and then in round 2, they followed up with that economy advantage, but they haven't been able to make anything work particularly well. Where we were seeing Trippy Eli initiating very well in those first few rounds, we haven't seen that. And we haven't seen the follow-up that we were seeing in those first 3 rounds either. So I think we're going to need to see some of that come out and play, especially as we get closer to halftime. We're going to need to see Agent Ultimates make a difference and see Sacramento State coordinate around those Ultimates in order to make something happen. Or else Northridge will keep doing what they do, and we've seen them do it very well.
You should run.
I also think in those first few matches, like, because they did have some players subbed in, Sac State was at the advantage. They CSUN didn't know how they were going to play. They haven't seen these particular players out on the field,
Spike
so
planted.
I think they took those first few rounds because they were kind of in their advantage anyway.
See, there Krolios goes down, but the spike is planted. And we did hear that Raze ult going up as Poise is taken out there by Trippy Eli. Tiesto, though, immediately training out. So now it's all on Prodigy to get it done. But this is where Reyna is supposed to thrive right here. Gets flashed and then taken out by Alvinus, of course.
Get already coming in with that 3K. It seems, you know, we see on the CSUN side, they're definitely, their gun skills are all on point. And, you know, the gunplay in this game is very important.
Yep. Wow.
People in chat are like, it was 13-2.
Are they gonna? I can also see. Are people starting to gamble in chat? Is that what's going on as well?
No. That's
no.
Fiverr.
Oh.
That's a person. I'm pretty sure. But look, we gotta see what's going on here to see Ben initiating.
Come on, Ben.
I believe we're getting a different plant. Shoot, no, actually no. Krolios is usually holding the spike here. As we see, Alvin is getting the first pick here. Mitchell goes down. Krolios trying to turn in, and there's Alvinus there, who's just been at the forefront of the action, it seems like, over and over again.
And Prodigy taking down Ben. No, Ben, why'd you go down? Ben, you're playing Breach, my character. I want to see Ben get an ace. I'm just gonna throw it out there now. I always want to see the ace, but especially when someone's on, you know, Breach, you're winning my favorite.
Wow,
right
Alvin is faded back into the smoke. Did you see the clean play?
He's the cleanest play ever right there. He's like he knew they were all there. Of course, you saw the first one. Not even a flinch, just shots on. Getting that, now having a 3K already in this this round.
Chance for 4. No, Prodigy gonna shut it down. Alvin is nearly lining up a legendary round, but unable to complete the deal. As we see, Krolios trying to get into the site. Devins picks him off. Poise follows up on Prodigy, and it is another round 1 for Northridge. We got to shout out Alvinus there. That was an incredible bit of information gathering. Was in just the farthest part of the smoke to still see through it. And then as they saw bodies emerge, they faded back. So they got the info but didn't give it up, and then filled that smoke with bullets, took out 2. Such a, like, I'm gonna use a term that comes from fighting games here. We call that footsies, okay? That's what we call that. That's called spacing and out footsying somebody. And I try not to talk about fighting games because this is a shooting game, but I know when somebody gets out footsied, and that was pitch perfect play from Alvinus.
Almost sounds like you're playing footsies underneath the table, getting that spacing.
Same word, but a little bit of different meaning. But it is exciting to see nonetheless, as we see Fiesto getting out into the action Poise as well. Mitchell with a headshot on Ben here. But there's Alvinus again shutting down the advance.
And defenders like this are just taking in a blink of an eye, it feels like. They just start off and then everyone's going away.
No, Northridge just seemed
to... what can SAC State do to stop this momentum? Because if they don't stop, they're not going to take it.
I don't even know. I don't even know what they can do. They're not changing as I thought they were when they got these first 2 points. You know, we saw this game last night with Sac State, and they lost 2, and they kind of started to turn around in the end. You know, trying to work together as a team and really have that cohesiveness and have the communication. It's just like now it's going back, and they're going backwards. They're trying to play individuals. What it feels like. Yes, well, they kind of stay together, but it's not all there. They're not completely together. From
we just saw them get a great start there. Prodigy getting the early kill on Alvinus, who's been a major thorn in the side. And we see there Krolios on the sniper getting the shot on Ben. So there's 3 to 5 advantage here. But there's Fiesto taking 2 just like that. The follow-up not there.
And that's what also another thing to point out is like they start off so strong, but then they fall flat. It's disappointing. I don't know how else to put it. It's just it's like, you guys start off so strong. Why can't you finish that strong?
We get right here. Trippy Eli getting the kill on Fiesto.
I mean, now this looks like, hopefully they're going to start turning around. I want to see them start turning it around. You know, I want to see him start putting some points on that scoreboard.
And this round as well, they've gotten back into a rhythm that they were in early on. But there were a lot of plants that were down. As you see Mitchell here using the camera, had the information. Devin's not able to emerge from the smoke. But the post plant play is very important for them. It'll be important, obviously, here in this last round before the half. And it's going to be especially important when they're on the defense, because they're not going to be able to just win every initiation, sweep 5-0, and then be done and never have to deal with a plant, right? So how do they communicate and get that done against this Northridge side? What are the keys for them to do that? I think Trippy Eli coming around, I think using your Omen and your Cypher, especially getting information down as defenders, is going to be important. We just saw that in the last round. You hope to see it if you're a Sac State fan, as Alvinus gets that operator out.
I think Alvinus wants to get his kills back. He's like, nah, you can't always just take me out yet.
And that's an important factor of it too, I think. One of the things that they need to do, Alvinus is obviously one of the stronger players on this Northridge side. Though there are a lot of them. They have a lot. As we see, there's Poise out there with the Rays ult.
Did you see that play, though? The distraction, and then that was coordinated. Did you see how coordinated that was?
Absolutely. Great movement there by Poise out there on that Rays ult. You love to see it. Coming out, taking out Trippy Eli, and shutting down that hallway. Crolios now basically nothing to be done.
Yeah, he got trapped in the sewers, and just from both sides. Flawless round. Now
9-3. We've got a strong lead out here for Northridge, but we're back into the pistol rounds. This is where Sacramento State looked good in the first half. They won the first two. If they do that here, it's 9-5. They have a big economy advantage. All of a sudden, we might have a different conversation ahead of us, especially now that you have Cypher and Omen on defense. You've got Killjoy on defense. I feel like that's going to have to be very important for Sacramento State if they want to make this comeback and get this work done in order to potentially upset Northridge.
I feel like we already seen such a strong defense from CSUN. I think their attacking side could be even, they're probably going to be very aggressive, as it already looks like on the map side, starting to rush A. Probably just going to go straight for that plant.
Right now, about to have a very deep conversation. Alvinus and Eli. They were hanging out on the ropes.
Literally on the ropes. You see Project getting, switching it around on Devin. Project getting another one, Francisco. Project getting with the 3 on Ben. All right, trying to switch it around.
One left now. Alvinus up against Rux. Alvinus grabs the spike. Not going to plant just yet, though. Being a little bit more cautious. Doesn't want to get caught trying to plant. As the attacking side, you have a minute. You only need one more kill. So you want to hold that spike as an option, but you don't want to get caught on it and then lose the round too easily.
Not running around the corners now. There's no sound coming from him. He's walking around.
We're going to get a long rotation to B.
Oh, man. He's going all the way.
Alvinus with the big brain?
And oh my goodness.
Rux isn't going to know until the spike. Yeah, until the plant is down, and they're going to get immediate turn and run from Rux to go, oh, no.
And now look at this. Alvinus is going to be able to set up and get ready for him.
As it goes, there it is. They're going to have to fight it out. Still only pistols up, though, as we see Rux pushing now, but the time is not on their side any longer.
Look at that. Alvinus with the 3K. What a great bait.
Alvinus OP. This man's OP.
Oh my gosh. Look at the points. 10-3. This game just started. It felt like 2.
Oh my. Shout outs. Look at the big brain on Alvinus. Swooped into the site, picked up the spike, said, I could plant it right now, or go around, flip the map entirely on its head, and now deliver a that is what feels like a devastating round loss for Sacramento State, as they now are 3 rounds away from being packed up in this initiation. As Alvinus gets her open again.
Alvinus is the ones who goes down though, but it's still able to get that damage off. Rux and them trying to rotate to A where they're all sitting at. And we got Ben on the plant.
Spike planted.
Now we got a 4v2 going in on this round. Right now it's not looking too good for them. Not looking too good for Sac State. And if they don't turn around quick and start running some Hail Marys, I think this game's over.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. These are the retake rounds that you need to have as a side, as we see Eli and Mitchell just unable to overcome Poise, who we know works so well in the site. And I think that's one of the reasons why Northridge has emerged as one of those stronger, more dangerous sides. They work super well after the spike is down, both as the attackers and as the defenders. And when your post-plant play can be as strong as theirs is, it feels like you're never out of a round. And if you're never out of a round, it's really hard to call you out of a match ever. Whereas with Sacramento State, we haven't seen that from them. It's been a missing factor in these 14 or so rounds and overall over the course of the season.
Yes, sir. I mean, we've been saying a lot of these names already. We got Ben, Poise, Trippy. Even on both sides, they're both playing well. It's just the cohesiveness I don't think is there for Sac State right now, and that's what's killing them.
Well, yeah, I mean, we talked about the initiations and how important that first blood is and getting off to the fast start. When Alvinus and Trippy Eli meet on the ropes, who's the one who's going to get the win? It hasn't gone the way of Sacramento State's side since those early rounds. And that's really hard momentum to come back from. As we see Ruck's able to open up there on Poise. That's great. We see the rotation coming around here. This is a heavily invested fight.
Able to get the shots on Rucks. Switching it up back and forth. Now a 3v2.
But I mean, that's just how it goes, right? We see the opening kill go the way of Sacramento State, but by the time the fight is over, it's 3-2 on the side of Northridge. The follow-up is not there for them. We saw it turned on a little bit, but they haven't been able to continue it. And that's one of the things they'll need, as we see Prodigy working well here to get out Alvinus, take it 2-2, but the plant is still going to go down. They're still going to enter that post-plant game plan, and we have to see how this 2v2 works out. Whether we go to match point or whether Sacramento State can give themselves just a little bit more room to breathe.
I mean, even if they do win, they're still being crushed right now. They have to win a lot more rounds to really get some room to take a breather.
What's tough here is we see Mitchell taking these pot shots around the corner. Is when you're Cypher, the last thing you want to see your Cypher doing is turning blind around a corner to get shot. That's the opposite of what that agent is supposed to be doing, especially as a defender. But that's the situation we've seen Sacramento State find themselves in. And it's just, I mean, it's impossible to overcome, really. You're just not going to do it. You're just going to lose.
And then the reason why we don't see them, taking these blind shots, as well as their economy is very low. They're going to have to get these guns. They have to go for a Hail Mary. These full buys are not there for them. Their economy is so low. So that means either you got to invest in abilities or a gun. And you can't get it all. You can't have it both ways. You can't have your cake right now since your economy is so low. Except, on the side of CSUN, they have their economy. They've been winning these rounds and being very strong and confident, and that's what's helping them win.
Well, this is it, match point. You see the full investment here from Sacramento State. Obviously, they have no choice. But for Northridge, you can tell there's a lot of patience. There's no need for them to overexert themselves. They've done well in these slower rounds. They're looking to continue that, finish the same way that they, with the same momentum that they've held through the majority of this match. Poise looking down A main.
Is he Trippy going to just try to get probably the first initiation? But Prodigy taking it on. All right, they're switching it around on this one for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't have anything to lose.
Right. It's a great start there as we see Ben get the kill on Trippy. Now, what a wonderful rotation here from Northridge. They lost 3, but then gained the high ground. Now trying to take control of this map before they get into the site. But Mitchell going to take out Fiesto, and Prodigy will down Ben to save off one match point for Sacramento State.
And here we go, still at that match point. They gave himself maybe a tiny bit of breathing room, but still not enough to, really change it around. They got to keep winning them back to back to back to back. Even
There's
more
no
backs.
room for them right now.
There is no room for any mistakes.
That is literally the first of what will be, 7 consecutive match points for Northridge here as this half continues, and that pressure just continues to mount on the side of Sacramento State. But there does come a point in this situation where the momentum flips and it feels like it's done. As we see right here, Mitchell getting the smoke out, got the sight. They know where the push is coming, and it's shut down. Trippy Eli with 2. Mitchell on Alvinus. It is 3-2 or 5-2 right now. As we see Rux get the kill on Devins, and that's a flawless. That's the type of play we're talking about.
Now they're starting to turn it around. All right, they're starting to hurt the economy on the other side. They're switching it up. Can they keep this momentum going, or is this just a short burst of happiness?
We will see. See, the money's not looking great right now. If you're Northridge, they invested the breach ult. They wanted to get in and get it done. But Mitchell coming up big with that camera. That's the play on Cypher that they need. And they have to have it over and over again if they want to try to make this hold. They were ready to counter. They got in. They followed through. Flawless. Well done there. But they'll need more if they want to get this done.
And we see Alvin is going in with a pistol. What an interesting play, trying to probably keep his economy.
Yeah, it does have the ultimate as well, so Alvinus doesn't really need a gun to be a major threat in this round, looking to use that Blaze Storm instead. They're playing the corners.
Oh.
There it is. Yeah, so difficult to deal with there.
Oh, I had it too. It's a 2v2. We were so focused on the Blaze Storm. We didn't even see all the other stuff happening in the background.
But again, you saw Rux get the kill on Alvinus in that one. Prodigy with the ult out finishes off Devins. That's 3K for Prodigy. That's what we're talking about. There are the individual plays. You're the Reyna. I will need you to hold down your side then. I'm going to need you to be the threat that they can't overcome, the wall they can't get around. We're seeing it in bits and pieces as they stave off another match point, get it to 12-6. And now this is what I'm starting to talk about. This is when things maybe get to feel a little dicey if you're Northridge. If you feel the game slipping through your fingers, you have to have the composure, the readiness to say, no, we can just get back into this. We saved well. We know we just need one more round. All these other losses are unimportant because the round in front of us is the only one we need to win.
And they hope, they got to keep their eyes wide open because they don't want to get that tunnel vision. That tunnel vision is going to kill anyone. It's going to make you choke and lose your gain and lose your lead that you have.
See right now, the respect on the Killjoy ult. As Rux gets the opening kill on Poise. Nobody detained. Well done here as we see into the site right now. But Ben doesn't want to put the bomb down just yet.
You see, yes, though, saving Ben.
Oh, wow. Trippy Eli took a while to get the shot off. Well done, though, by Eli in the site.
They are switching it up right now. They're putting the heat on. They're definitely giving themselves that breathing room. They're digging themselves out of that hole.
Yeah, and now, just like that, what it was a dominant, game, what looked like it was just GG, easy clap, all of a sudden, a little bit more tense, a little bit rougher. As the economy starts to just feel a little bit more and more oppressive for Northridge, they feel like, you have to see, like, we just need one round. We just need one round. But Sacramento State playing so well now, not giving it up. And this is what we were hoping to see out of them on the defender side. This type of coordination and destruction, as we see Trippy Eli with another grenade toss. Just a little warning, just a little heads up to the enemy team, Here be danger.
See, we've been saying Prodigy and Rux, they've definitely been getting these kills on as well. Already turning the corner, trades going back and forth. Alvinus are now the last person on, and they're switching it up. Only 4 points away to tie it up.
And that right there was the round Sacramento State hadn't had in a long time, where they got the initiation and then the follow through came swiftly. You saw 2, and then immediately they filled up. The follow-up was there. 1 falls, 2 take their place. We're not going to let you, find one weakness and then push through. We're going to make it so tough to turn any corner, to gain any purchase, or get any space on this map. And now Sacramento State, just like that, feels like maybe, just maybe, this could still be their game. With that said, another investment coming in from Northridge, another match point. It's hard.
This is where you start biting your nails because Sac State is playing so well and playing. They're not Prodigy going down from Fiesta though. There goes one strong player.
Yeah.
And
that's a rough that's a rough loss. Prodigy trying to clear corners, but was called out. You have to wonder if there was a bit of maybe, overconfidence or maybe just a strategy switch from Northridge that led to that, because there was nothing going on there for Prodigy to just lose without even knowing there was a fight to be had.
We can see how careful they're both being right now.
It's quiet, just a little too quiet. Here we go. Now they're starting to push off, trying to bait people out of the corners. Let's go for the plant.
Yep, we're into the site now. Killjoy
Here we go.
Up. There's
Here
Alvin.
Spike planted.
This is where their turnaround is. Is this gonna be the last round, or are they gonna be able to come back with a 3v5? Doesn't look like it right now. The shots are on.
There it is.
Alvin's getting the other kill.
Only one left. It's all up to Trippy Eli now. There's the Blaze
Trippy.
Storm out from Alvin. It's
Not
not even
able to-
necessary.
Win.
I will give it to SAC. They did play hard and they did start coming through in the end, but they needed to play like that the whole game. Where was that play? Where were those plays at? Where were the follow throughs? They had the initiations. Why didn't they follow through with them?
Well, I'll tell you, it's rough getting into it. It can be tough to be the early match, and there's no excuses to be made. It's another loss for Sacramento State. They're not going to be happy with it, but you're gonna have to rally around what did work well. Prodigy on the arena was doing well, was getting you big picks, was coming up huge. Mitchell on the defensive end, your Cypher, that's got to be your anchor. You need Mitchell to get that information out to everybody. You need to work around your Cypher when you're on the defending side. When that happened, they looked great. They were able to push through and they were able to do extremely well. When it doesn't, you see things fall apart. And ultimately, remember, we're talking about a Northridge side that's really strong. Sometimes it just comes down to you're going to be in the hallway alone with Alvinus, and we need you to come back.
Mhm.
As we mentioned, we got a lot of games today, so we actually don't have a lot of time just to talk about this one. Got to tip your hat again to Northridge. GG's for Sacramento State, as unfortunately they're not able to take the win here. But Friday is today, but Monday is another day. We are going to continue our matches on this channel as well as on the Gamers EDU 2 stream. So there's actually going to be 2 matches happening in this 7 o'clock hour. McRib, I'm about to ask you your favorite question. Who do
Is
we
she prepared?
got?
So on this channel, Funny Man and Muted will be casting DH Burgundy versus CSUN Black. And we will be saying goodbye to the lovely Bent. And actually, me and Eli will be casting San Diego Black's match against Cal Poly Green. Hey.
All right. Good to know. And Ben, when you get to where you're going, just tell them we all said surprise.
Oh, I will. Don't you worry about that. I'll pass it along.